everyone, it's Caitlin from Really Big Plant. Thank you so much for joining me for this video.
Really Big Plant.
So, for this video, we are doing something a little different. I'm just showing you my giant leaf. So, this is a philodendron leaf, believe it or not. This is from a Philodendron speciosum. So technically, this is actually a type of philodendron that has been reclassified to the genus Thaumatophyllum, but generally speaking, we refer to this as a type of philodendron. So what I am holding in my hand right now is a single giant leaf that is unfortunately not propagatable. It is just a leaf cutting, but it is still so impressive. Even though I can't propagate this leaf, I wanted to bring it home to show to you guys. So I am about to bring home this giant leaf. So Caitlin. Hi, baby. Hi. Look at how big you are next to my leaf. Look. Uh-oh, I got a hitchhiker. Should I let it just live in our apartment?
No.
I know, do we need to go let this out outside? What do we do?
Yeah. We gotta bring it outside.
Okay, Cricket. Hello. Here, wait, flick it. The area of this leaf is almost the entire floor space in my kitchen. Oh, you're gonna have to be so rough on it.
Really Big Plant.
So I recently started volunteering as a docent or interpretive volunteer at the Conservatory of Flowers in San Francisco, which is an indoor conservatory showcasing lots of plants from around the world. Over the past few weeks, I've been going in for training sessions, learning all about the plants that are there. My role as a volunteer is to stand in the plant galleries, of which there are many, and answer questions and engage with visitors and tell them about the plants that they're looking at and give them a little bit of context and generally be available as a resource for any questions they may have. And part of this process has been going through training where I've gotten to learn so much about the plants that are there, and it's just been such a cool opportunity. And on the last night of my training, the timing coincided with some arborists who had recently come into the Conservatory of Flowers to do some maintenance on some of their largest plants. So this plant, this leaf is from their Philodendron speciosum, which I think is safe to say is probably the largest plant they have in their entire collection, and it's actually unknown just how old that plant is. They think that it could be as old as over 100 years. There is not a complete record from their earliest days, but there is record of a Philodendron speciosum being brought into the conservatory in like 1900 or something like that. So this plant could be over 100 years old, but I will show you some footage of this plant in the conservatory. I'm getting ahead of myself. It is enormous. This is the biggest plant. It goes to the ceiling. I recently learned that there's no structural support in there, so it manages to kind of just wind around itself and hold itself up, and it has these super thick aerial roots that come down to the ground, and this plant is just crazy impressive. It is so big. So on the last night of my volunteer training, they had, the day before, had some arborists come in to help prune up this plant, and the leaves are way up by this high ceiling, so they have to bring in a team of people to like come on tree climbing equipment and like bring their big saws and stuff and hack at this plant to keep it manageable. And they ended up pruning a lot of leaves off the plant, and they don't really last super long, and I was able to bring one home after my last day of training. So when I'm volunteering, I stand here with this little cart full of props right next to Phil, which is the name of this giant Philodendron speciosum, and I stand pretty much under it, and I've got these props that I can show people and let people hold, like this big chunk of the stem. This piece was freshly cut, and it's super heavy. And I love showing people the big leaf scars. The circles you see on those pieces of stem are the scars from where previous leaves used to attach. And when you look up at the plant, you can see those same leaf scars from previous leaves on this philodendron. So I think that's a really fun thing to point out. I have a couple of the large leaves with me and encourage people to hold them and stand behind them and take a photo, especially small kids. It's really great to get to just talk to people about this plant and tell them about its history and hear some of their perspective on plants as I stand here and engage. So it's been a really great time and experience. Normally, volunteers like me would not be able to just take these leaves home, but because they had just had some arborists come through and did some serious pruning on this plant, they had way more of these leaves than they knew what to do with. And thankfully, because the people who work there are all obsessive plant lovers, they didn't just toss them immediately, they kept them. And I'm so excited that I was able to bring one home. So I've just been hanging out with this, like, chilling with my big leaf blanket, you know. So I've been having all sorts of fun with this leaf. My dog seems to really like it too. We'll see what I can figure out. I barely have enough space in my apartment to figure out where to put this. I just wanted to show you guys the scale that philodendrons can grow to. So this is, again, a speciosum. It is native to, I believe, like Brazil. Actually, I can check. I've got this binder from my volunteer training that's got lots of information about the plants, which is so super cool. Yeah, this plant originates in Brazil and Bolivia. And it is a climbing philodendron. It wants to climb up trees and grow really tall, and the leaves get up to 6 feet long. So this one, I'm about 5 feet, and this leaf is just about my height. So I guess they do technically get even bigger than this. So I brought this home, a few days ago, and I started off with it in my kitchen on the floor, and then after about a day I realized that one of the edges was starting to turn yellow faster than the other edge, and I think it's because it was by my refrigerator and the hot air from the fridge was dehydrating this plant really quickly. I keep calling it a plant, but it really is just a single leaf. I moved it to on top of my dining table, and I realized that this leaf has just been going so fast. I was trying to mist it and spray it with water and stuff like that and keep it hydrated, but it's not meant to last. It's so big. It's got so much surface area, just transpiring moisture. I feel like I could live under here. I'm just so excited to be able to share this with you and to see it in my home and see it on this scale is just so fun and exciting. So in just a couple of training sessions for this volunteering, I have learned so much new information about plants, and have had these opportunities to learn from other volunteers who have been coming through and sharing their diverse knowledge of different types of plant groups. And I encourage you, if you are able and have the time and resources to do something like volunteering, to go out, find your local botanical gardens or conservatories and see if you can give some of your time in exchange for learning. This has been such a cool opportunity for me to continue to learn about plants and ecosystems and conservation, and some of the plants even that I have in my own collection, to be around them and to see them on such big scale, and to learn from the horticulturists who take care of them, and from visitors who come and have a totally awesome, diverse array of things to say about the plants and what their personal connection is to plants. If you're looking for more and want to learn from experts, I think that there's no better way than going out and trying to volunteer. So I really encourage you to go see what opportunities there are for you locally to spread your passion. If that's something that is an option for you, I really encourage you to do it. And if you are a volunteer at a botanic garden or something like that, please do share your experience. Because I think that it's a really cool way to progress your houseplant passion into actually making the world a better place. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this leaf. I have to think of a project for it, but I will think of something. I don't want to let it just go to waste, although I don't know. It's just a single cut leaf and like a cut flower. Things don't last forever, but I just wanted to share this with you because I'm so excited about this. If anyone knows where I can get a Philodendron speciosum plant, like one that I can grow that's not just a single leaf, I would really appreciate you sharing that information with me, because I am called Really Big Plant, and I would really love to add one of these to my collection. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this giant leaf, and I would love to hear from you on if you are doing any volunteer work, or if there are any organizations locally that are looking for help. Please share that information in the comments, what some of the biggest plants are you've ever seen. And yeah, I hope that you are having